Hi, it's me, Trixie Mattel, getting ready. Hi, it's me, Trixie Mattel. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a world famous drag queen who just likes to do things on YouTube. Today, we're gonna get ready. I got so much free makeup recently. Just more than a human being could ever use. And you know, if a drag queen is saying that it's like too much product, it's a lot. So I'm gonna do what I like to do best, which is try makeup for you guys, tell you what I think of it, and then you can go buy it or not, because this is all sent to me, but I don't owe those people anything. So if I don't like it, I'll let you know. And if I love it, I will definitely let you know. So I'm gonna glue my brows down and we'll be right back. Hi, I'm legend, icon, and star Trixie Mattel. I want to tell you about something I just started using that's made a huge difference how I navigate online. It's Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN, which stands for a virtual privacy network. It's great because it's like a little personal security system for how I use the internet, encrypting the information from my laptop to my browser. There's unlimited device login, which is fabulous because I have devices. Now, this isn't just important for huge international celebrities like me. Everyone needs to be careful online. That means you kids. It can be like the Wild West out there and not like the fun Will Smith version. I don't want creepy internet stalkers coming for my personal information or corporations harvesting my analytics without my permission. With Surfshark, I'm confident my personal data is safe. All you gays out there know that we like to send a lot of personal data. I also love that it blocks ads and trackers. Another great feature of Surfshark is that it can switch the location of your device with another one. In other words, it lets you change your IP address, which is like, that's top tier safety. The Surfshark app lets you virtually travel to any country around the globe. I personally like this aspect because it helps me access types of media from other international markets that are not available on my streaming services. For example, when I was in the UK, I found out about a show called Come Dine With Me. There's a lot of stuff that's just not available here in the US. The best part is there's no risk to try it. Surfshark has a 30-day money-back guarantee. Start protecting yourself online today. Use the code TRIXIE to get 83% off and your first 4 months free. The brows are down. I got my little mirror. This is the ColourPop I Shall Always Be With You Hocus Pocus mirror. Let's just get into it. I have no plan other than I want to try things. So I know I have a new sponge. Ooh, before that, I got this from Wet n Wild for Halloween. This is the Fantasy Makers Wet n Wild lip mask in Candy Apple. I always am getting like lip scrubs, lip masks, and I just don't know who is like gagging for them, just because I have a hard time ever actually finishing one, you know? Also, I have a hard time with any lip product you have to dip your fingers in. Am I gonna have really red lips? It's tinted, but not too tinted. You know what I do like the lip mask for, to be honest? Like every PR lip mask I've ever gotten, I keep next to my bed in a drawer, and they are good for like going to bed. It's nice to spread like a really thick lip product on. I want to try this again. I do not like this. Last time I checked, this is the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I was not gagging last time, but maybe I'll gag this time. I really don't know. I got my little totally plastic sponge from Iggy's BH Cosmetics collab. If you haven't seen me and Iggy using this collection, you can watch it here. Okay, we're bringing you the celebrity guests on the channel, mama. I'm putting on this Maybelline Master Pride. I haven't used this in a while too. I have so much makeup, you guys, that at a certain point, I could go back in and try things again and like be like, why don't I use this more? But as far as primers go, I just like simple. I mean, one of my favorite primers is that Wet n Wild matte primer. It's just like a blurring, pore minimizing kind of situation. I gotta be honest, you guys, I love a sponge with a holder, and this sponge is nice and soft. You know how sometimes these type of sponges, unless they're wet, they're hard? This one is so nice and soft, because I don't usually wet the sponges. I know that on beauty YouTube that is a jailable offense, but I just don't really, not usually what I'm doing. You know who loves this foundation? Creme Fatale. So if she likes it, it's gotta be good. I bet you it's just me not using it correctly. So I'll just try to like maybe use it better. I think the color is a good match for me for drag. For drag, I like to go about my shade and maybe a little more yellow. But I think the last time I tried this, I found it to be too thick and it laid too dry. You guys like this sweater? My friend Carla Music put out a cookbook. You guys know Carla from the Bon Appetit channel. She and I did a video making like biscuits together, and we've just stayed in touch, and she's like my little internet pen pal. And she sent me this sweater, with her book. And I'm cooking something from her book tonight. I love trying new products, but I get very dependent on the way things work. Like I learned to do makeup around the way certain products behave. My go-to for liquid is like MAC's Sudafix Fluid, or I love Maybelline Superstay, and those kind of just are very liquidy, and I just kind of pound them into the skin. See, this is also light for me. It is light for me, if we're being honest. If we're being honest, but we'll see what happens. I can darken it up. I'm gonna take a black shadow. I have this really cool Hip Dot Ouija palette. Isn't this cool? Call your ancestors and ask them how wicked you look. I think this is cool. I love spooky shit though. Again, in true Trixie Mattel form, I'm using all my Halloween PR the month after Halloween. I got stuff going on. I'm gonna go in with Goodbye, which is this black. And I'm gonna do my little, you guys know my little template. You know what these Ouija boards will always make me think of? If you guys have ever seen the movie Paranormal Activity, in Paranormal Activity, there's a part where they're trying to use a Ouija board to contact this ghost, and the Ouija board starts on fire. And they still don't move. That's the thing about that movie. They still don't move. I mean, the fact that these bitches in that movie, I know this is a long time ago. I think this movie came out in like 2006. The fact that these bitches don't move is just crazy to me. All right, what am I gonna do here? What kind of makeup am I gonna do? What is the tea? I do have this. This is the Play-Doh palette from Hip Dot. Isn't this adorable? Hip Dot. Isn't this adorable? Play-Doh? Do you guys like Play-Doh, huh? I don't really have a look planned, but I kind of just want to do like a purple pinky thing, and then just do like intricate liner. That's what I feel like today. And I'm just gonna follow that impulse. And you know what? If it doesn't turn out, it's just YouTube. I only have 1.5 million subscribers, and only that many people are gonna see me flop. No big deal. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna go with this Purple Paradise color. Whoa. Maybe we can do like a purple that fades out to pink. Quite a bit of fallout from this shadow. I'll say that. Quite a bit of fallout. And then I'm gonna go with this pink called Bubblegum Pink. I wonder if these are the color of Play-Doh. I mean, are they taking liberties here? I actually kind of like that. It's kind of what I wanted, just like a big wash. Because then I think I want to do, you'll see what I do. You'll see what I do, okay? This shadow, I think that's a little too much fallout. Do you see that? Like, do you see how much just is kicking up from using the palette? I think that's kind of a lot. And this is a soft brush. I think this should have been pressed at like a stronger PSI. When you make makeup, you have to decide how powders are gonna be pressed and like with how much pressure. I think these should have been pressed a little harder. Just too much is coming off, I think. And it's that delicate balance of like, well, I want it to come off on the brush, but I don't want it to pool up on, you know, on the sides of the pan where it's like falling apart. I'm gonna do a little bit more foundation. You know what? I think I just got I just got this new brush from Hank and Henry. Hank and Henry, you guys. I think they make some of those beautiful brushes on the market. Beautiful, long, sturdy handles, gorgeous brushes. I mean, that really does go on thick, that foundation. It just really grabs. It grabs to the skin in a way that I don't know if I like. I kind of like the foundation to be able to move around a little bit before it grabs. Woo-hoo. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing why I didn't like this foundation. First of all, it's so light on me. I mean, it's really light, and also it's hot in here, you guys. Oh, great, now I'm naked. By the way, I know I don't look fabulous right now. I'm a little malnourished at the moment. I have lost some weight. Okay, I know that I'm very bony at this juncture in my life. And on top of everything, you guys, I got sick right before the LA marathon. So I've trained for 18 weeks, and then I can't run the marathon because then my appendix came out. You know, now that I took my shirt off, it doesn't look as white. Did you guys see that? Like with that shirt on, it looked like way too white, but I guess my skin is this white. You know what else? I'll admit I'm used to painting myself very dark as like my starting base because I highlight so much. So maybe that's what's going on. Let's put on some brows. I have some fabulous brow options. Now, these are not necessarily brow products, but I have the Kimchi, I think they're called Good to Go. They're like these little duos. I got 2 shades that have like a brown, and I figured I could use them to do my brows. I love this little compact. Kim, if you're watching this, look how gorgeous that is. Like, it's so simple, but like something about clean, simple packaging with makeup. Oh, this is actually a really nice brow color. And I'm gonna use the lighter one just to kind of fill it in. I feel like even with drag brows, just 2 colors is always a big difference. When I was doing Queen of the Universe, obviously I did my own makeup, and I just like, you know, getting ready every day, and not to tease, but I did serve some really cool looks on that show, judging. Because I mean, I haven't gotten to talk to you guys about it yet. Well, I can't ruin anything, but I took it very seriously because like if I was competing, I want the judges. I think dressing up as a judge is a way of respecting the competitors. So I just really wanted to like bring it, because if I'm gonna have to sit there and tell these amazing, amazing competitors what I thought of their performances, it's like, I'm not gonna try to look like a flop while I do it because, you know, you have to have a little bit of authority and some of that comes from looking half okay yourself. So I don't like when judges look like in general. I am gonna show you guys this. This is not new, but I love it. This Makeup Forever Professional, I don't know what you call it. It's half foundations, these are foundations, and half like cream cheek and lip colors. This has been such a good, I bought it for my set bag as like a just in case because it kind of has like every type of thing in it. And then I started using it on the road to do makeup and I was like, wow, this is really like complete. But you know, being with the other judges, Leona and Vanessa and Michelle, they had like hair and makeup teams. So they look totally different every day. And I'm just like trying to get on their level. Wait till you guys see the judges. I mean, they all look really beautiful. Every single day, Michelle and Vanessa and Leona, I'm like, I mean, these might be the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. Up close, they just look so beautiful. And I won't say anything else about Queen of the Universe because I don't want to get in trouble, but I'll tell you guys this. The talent, the singing, the performances, the drag, the production, it's f***ing crazy. Wait until you people see this. Wait until you see the talent level. So stupid. I've never even heard people sing like this. And the fact that they're in drag, I'm just like, my jaw was on the floor every single day. I just couldn't believe it. It's been like a weird time to have not filmed in a couple weeks because so much has happened. I also won the American Influencer Award. Can you believe that shit? So crazy. I mean, that is such a crazy award show. That's like very high budget, very A-list celeb. So I couldn't believe. I mean, I got to present an award like 2 years ago with Manic Panic, and that was very cool, but to win, and to be nominated and to win was a gag. So I'm very proud of that. Let's keep it simple today, you guys. I'm just gonna use everything that comes in this palette. This is such a cool palette, you guys. You can do like your whole gig with this thing, you know? Like, now I wanna buy a couple of these and just like, this is my whole foundation palette. If I was gonna go on an out of town gig, I'm like, wow, I could just have this in the whole bag. And then I'm also like, could I do lips with these? Right now, I'm all about efficiency. I'm obsessed with the idea of having like extremely small makeup kits right now. Like, I just wanna redo mine and be like, how many of these do you really use? Like, I probably travel to set with 30 or 40 lipsticks, and I'm like, you use 2. You always use 2. You're like a pink or a nude all the time. Let's start doing some contouring. I'm gonna take some of the deeper shades in here. See, like, I'm buying that. Like, it's definitely too light, but I think if we go in shade, it will come back to life. What else have I been doing? We're filming the Trixie Motel 2, 3, 4 days a week. So I've been in Palm Springs every single week. In and out of drag, filming, renovating. I can't say anything, you guys. Can't say anything. But wait till you see me renovating this motel. You are not gonna believe. Every day I'm like, what are we doing? This is crazy. The other day we were doing something so crazy that I was like, it was one of those things where I was trying to save money by doing something by hand, DIY. I'm like, we're saving money. But then as I'm doing it, I'm like, well, if I mess this up, we're out the money and we need to buy a new one. So it's like actually really high stakes renovating because guess what? It's my business. It's gonna be a real motel. So it has to be good because people are gonna stay there. Oh. At the time that this video comes out, I think the Trixie doll is on pre-sale, which is another thing that's just so crazy. I mean, doing the photo shoot for that was so like unreal. Everything's been crazy, but I've been too busy to actually sit and smell the coffee. Or smell the roses, smell the coffee. I've been too busy to actually take anything in. So instead of getting nervous, which is great, I'm just like powering through. Because a lot of this stuff, I could just sit there and get sick to my stomach, nervous about it. But since I've been actually sick and actually really busy, there's just no time to second guess anything. So yeah, you guys, I'm not gagging. Maybe this foundation is good for people with oily skin. Do you know what I mean? And I've said this before, I feel like on YouTube, all the beauty people have super oily skin. So the stuff that they like is usually stuff I do not like. I prefer the Good Apple foundation to this from Kat Von D, but even that, we talked about it in the video, the Good Apple foundation, it doesn't stay on, like, it doesn't wear the way I want it to wear. Let's do a nose, shall we? Ugh, if you guys could see me in person right now, the texture, it's not it. My nose looks like a pine cone right now. I know on some channels when something looks horrible, they'll like zoom in. I'm not that girl. You're not gonna see how bad it looks. I mean, I just want to make the pockets of the cheek a little darker. Yeah, like that's better. A little darker on the hairline. All right, I have the Revolution Peach Scented Baking Powder. This is from a UK video. This is from like one of the first videos I did on this channel like 2 years ago. Let's see how we feel. I remember that it had a little coverage. So I'm hoping this like cakes on. This powder does smell like peach. I forgot about that, even though I just read the title of it. Ooh, I think I have the new powder brush, don't I? Yeah, new Hank and Henry brush. They're mint. I do have a powder to put over it. I got the Kat Von D Lock-It powder in Fair. I'm just gonna try to press some of this into like the surface areas of the highlights, because that's where the texture is always gonna show more like where there's lighter product, right? So maybe if I push into this, it'll like lay down better. That definitely helped. It helped. It did help. Let's do some contouring. I have the Kimchi and Plastique Tiara little collab here. Kim stage, Plastique stage. So I'm gonna take some of the bronzer. You know I love a Kimchi product, you guys. You know I have absolute faith in Kimchi and her products. So I think that I'm gonna take some of the bronzer here and I'm gonna try to smooth out some of the contour. Gorgeous, loving the color. I love Kim, you guys. She has such a good POV when it comes to like making makeup. She always knows like just what to do. I'm always, you guys, when I'm filming these videos, I'm not in front of a mirror. So then when I have to do my cheeks and I need both hands, I'm like totally blindly going on faith. I love this brush. Who makes this brush? Luxie tapered highlight brush. I just think it's funny when companies name the brush like highlight brush. It's like, I'll decide when I put highlight on with. You don't have to tell me what it's for. I will figure out what it's for. This is kicking up a lot. I mean, I know I'm getting wild, but this is kicking up a lot. That's all I'm saying. Again, the way you press it is really important. I'm gonna deepen it in the cheeks just a little bit. You guys see how like right there, it could just use a little more like, ooh! I got the Prados Beauty Bronzer Palette. Look how pretty this is. Beautiful. If you guys know Prados, they are an indigenous owned makeup brand. Love them. Because I know I talk mostly about being white, but there's a whole other part of me that is not white. But I also think that in America, if you look white, you need to pretty much identify as white because that's the privilege the world throws at you, you know? But I also think that deciding that somebody isn't Native American based on the fairness of their skin is probably not good either, you know? Like, oh, that's dark. I went too dark. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna take a little more of that pressed or that loose powder and just remove some of that. That is more the correct amount. I got too wild. I'll admit it. I got too wild. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but I do enjoy a sharper line under the cheek. So I'm gonna take a clean shadow brush in order to really clean that up. Do some more definition. I'm gonna do a little chiseling down the side of the nose with the Prados bronzer palette. These are matte bronzers, which I do appreciate. I've never been a big fan of like glowy bronzers. I don't mind a bronzer that looks skin-like, like a satin finish, but I'm not trying to put glitter on my face. Again, having textured skin, I can't be like willy-nilly with what ends up looking glowy on my face, you know? Willy vanilly. I'm gonna do my nose a little lighter. There's this petal pink color in the Play-Doh palette. I'm just gonna like, yeah, a little more definition. I've been trying to go lighter with the highlight on my nose instead of going so dark down the sides of my nose. Does that make sense? I'm not saying I'm successfully doing that. Yeah. I'm gonna take a break here and I'm gonna do some black and white liner. You guys have seen me do it a million times and I'll be right back. I'm back. I came back because I started to get wild. Like, I don't know if what I'm doing is cool, but let's just follow it and see what happens. I don't know, I admire like graphic liner looks so much, but I feel like my eye is so structured that it can't do it. And so I'm just trying it today. Let's see what happens. I'm just f***ing around and using Black Track from MAC. I haven't used this in a while, but I'll tell you this. I worked at MAC when this happened. They changed the name from Fluid Line to Pro Longwear Fluid Line, and they changed nothing about the formula. So they decided it was long wearing without necessarily changing anything. Just think about that. So I'm just filling in the whole area. This liner, it used to be like my fave, and I have decided that it's just not black enough for me. Like it's kind of gray. The only people who will tell you that this liner is not gray are people who work at the MAC counter, but like this liner's gray. This is a Sugar Pill lip brush that I use as liner brush. And Amy from Sugar Pill seen me use it on my nose too. And she's like, what are you using that for? I was like, my nose. She was like, that's a lip brush. I'm like, that has nothing to do with me. Let's do some liner underneath. I kind of did a drawn on liner on the other side, so let's do it on this side. There we go. Connecting the top and the bottom. You guys, these are not gonna be very symmetrical, but you know me, I'm just not. Symmetry is not my gift, okay? You know, it's kind of a cruel cosmic joke that I'm not good at symmetry because nothing on my face is symmetrical. So it's like, I'm already working with a canvas that's like shifted in so many different directions. My mom was Picasso, my dad was MC Escher. That's what's going on my face. And then let's do, I have this House Laboratories liner that I seriously have had for over a year and it has not run out. Don't know why, don't know how. And I'm gonna do some little lines here to draw some lashes on. With drawing on lashes, you just have to go for it. Otherwise you will sit here and like mess around for hours. You know what I mean? I really like the way that turned out. I wish I would have done it a little higher, but I do like it. Oh God, this is gonna be the hard side. Oh God. That's pretty good. You guys, it's really not, you know what? This is fine. Just nobody ever get close to me, okay? That's the thing. This is a cool look, but nobody can ever get close to me because it's a different story up close. That's part of the drama though, you guys. It's really hard to draw on liner like that over glued down brows, but I actually think that looks pretty good for what it is. Let me figure out some lashes and I'll be right back. All right, I have the lashes on. I like it. It's not my favorite thing I've ever done in my life, but we're trying new things. We're branching out. I think I'm gonna add more shadow. Like, I think I'm gonna take a kind of like a blender brush. Or like, I think this, yeah, like I think that's better. And then to be honest, like I think it needs more liquid liner. Watch me just ruin this makeup, but I think this needs more liner up here. You know, like that looks better, I think. Like more thicker, like snatching up in the middle. There we go. Ugh, these are so uneven though. You know what? We'll just do a lot of this. We'll do a lot of the side. No one will clock it. I'm just gonna stop. You know what? I could keep adding to this and like continue to mess it up. So let's just stop. Let's just stop. I think I used this in one of the other videos. This is the Wet n Wild Saved by the Bell blush. I think this would be kind of pretty with this look. Let's see. It says, "You macho pig." Wow. Elizabeth Berkley really had the hardest job on that show. She had to act like she wasn't attracted to Slater, which is, you know, Mario Lopez, which who's not attracted to Mario Lopez. And I'm gonna take this deeper purple and do some in the pocket over here. I like that. I like this look. Okay, it's coming together for me. It's coming together for me now that there's some blush on. Oh, that was too much blush. Now I'm ruining it. Just real quick, ruining the makeup. It's almost like there's a reason why you should like take your time when you're putting makeup on, or like try to do a good job or pay attention. I really like this. You know what I would like more about it? If I did like a little bit of sparkle, like it needs frost on the brow bone. This is like a drag tip. If you're gonna put glitter on your brow bone, do some highlighter first, because you're gonna feel a lot happier with it. Like do like, this is white powder, you know, like that. And then I'm gonna take this white shimmer from the Ouija palette called Summon. Just put that over it. So it's like a white, very opaque white frost. So let's paint on some of this, like that. And then I love these lit glitters, you guys. I don't think I've used these on the channel. I used to be obsessed with these. God, they're beautiful. And they have this one called Barbie Shops that I just love. It's like a chunky, kind of like blue pink. It's so pretty. Watch this, watch this. Oh, I'm really liking it now. That glitter is so powerful. Oh, wow. We are doing drag now, bitch. Whoa. Love it. I'm actually really into this eye makeup now. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do a lip, shall we? I got this in the mail from my friend Mario from Makeup at Mario. I actually saw him. He came out at the American Influencer Awards 2 years ago, live on camera. It takes a lot of bravery. But also I think coming out is so hard. I think sometimes probably a live feed like that, it makes you kind of like do or die. Ooh, beautiful. New Ultra Suede lipstick, most comfortable lip color. And you know me, look at all those neutrals. I love a neutral lipstick. That is pretty. What is this Rasa color? I'm gonna track that down, that little Rasa color. I got some lip pencils here. e.l.f. Retro Paradise lip liner. I've had this for forever. e.l.f. lip liners, who knew? They're nice. All right, I need a little more depth than that. So I have the Makeup Forever Artist color pencils. You guys know I'm obsessed with these. These are such nice color pencils. This is Boundless Berry. This is like Soar from MAC, which is one of my favorites, but like just a little deeper. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. I'm gonna take some Subculture just to fill in a little bit. It's kind of excessive, but when I do my lips, I need like 3 or 4 liners because I don't know what I'm doing. All right, and then we're gonna take this color. I hope I like this. Rasa from Makeup by Mario. I hope I like it. I like it. This next generation matte lipstick is super comfortable with a soft suede-like feel, weightless and long-lasting, and blurs the lips for a soft focus finish. That is nice. A soft focus matte is nice. I wanted a little lighter, just like a little lighter. You know what I'm gonna do? This is kind of sacrilegious, but just make it work. Oh, you know what? I have these Fantasy Maker palettes from Wet n Wild, and these come with a white. They send them to me like every year. They have a bunch of them, a bunch of different colors. Just gonna work this white in a little bit. Pretty, pretty. I just put a little bit of white on there. Do you like, it's just a little more nude. I really like a light nude, so. All right, I guess this is pretty much it. I think we should do a little highlighter. We gotta try one of these Kim ones. They're so pretty, right? I'm gonna use this one that says highlighter from Kim. And just do a little bit. a little bit right there. Yeah. See that? All right. I'm gonna go put on some drag and we'll be right back. All right, this is the Final Fantasy. I actually like the idea of it. I think I kind of botched the upper liner. Like, I think it should have been like taller and thinner and more like up and down instead of like, it's kind of low and straight and fat. That's how I feel. But let's talk about some of the stuff that we use that I actually loved. I love this lipstick. I had to add to it, of course. This is Rasa from by Mario. It's just beautiful makeup by Mario. Beautiful lipstick, beautiful lipstick. So this is Yes. Both of these palettes from Hip Dot, Ouija and Play-Doh, beautiful, stunning. I love Hip Dot and I love their collabs because they are kind of foolish. Like Hip Dot will just do the weirdest like nostalgia collabs and I love that about them. The House Labs liquid liner, I've had this for forever. And even though I don't love the shape I did, the application is amazing. It's nice and heavy, it's big. I love this liner. House Labs, if you're watching this, I love this. I'm not gonna say send me one, but send me one. The Kimchi Plastique Tiara collab, beautiful formula. I use it all on my forehead, all over my cheeks and all that. I think it looks really good. But I'm not surprised, Kim puts out beautiful products. She brings it to you every ball. The Lit Glitter in Barbie shops. I have missed this glitter. I haven't used this glitter in probably 2 years, but I was obsessed with it for a while, obsessed. This hand mirror is a little small for me, honestly. ColourPop, I love you. This is a little small. This Wet n Wild blush is beautiful from the Saved by the Bell collection. I think this is my 3rd time using it. I really like it. Prados Beauty bronzer palette. I mean, this is kind of a contour palette if we're being honest, but I could really see myself putting this in like a to-go kit. Like this might go in my set bag. This is really good for like touching up maybe the sides of my nose or like my hairline. This Makeup Forever palette, I mean, I just love it. It's so good. I think I paid like 60 bucks for it, but it's so compact and it feels expensive. It feels professional. I really like this product. Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I really like the powder foundation. I really still hate this liquid. Actually, you know what? I'm throwing it away. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. MAC Black Track liner. I remember why I don't use it anymore. It's gray. Like, can we just get some more black pigment in the black liner? I know that's kind of a tall order, but the lip mask from Fantasy Makers Wet n Wild. This was really nice. It's going in a drawer next to my bed to wear at night. The new Hank & Henry brushes are beautiful. Great quality, synthetic, very nice density, nice long handles. I think that Hank & Henry makes some of the most beautiful brushes out there. These little Good To Go duos from Kim, I mean, come on. It's basically like a frosty little lid color and a nice little neutral like crease color. These are so pretty and I love the packaging. I really like this Totally Plastic and Iggy sponge. I love when a sponge comes with a little holder. It really sparks joy. The Master Prime, this is nice. I mean, it's a primer. I really have a hard time like today when I don't like the foundation, it's hard to really judge the primer. I'll probably use this again though, this is nice. It reminds me of Smashbox Photo Finish, but like cheaper. I actually still like this from this is I think one of the first videos on my YouTube channel, like doing beauty, was using this Revolution powder and I can't believe I've had it that long. And it still works, it still holds up. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you like me trying new makeup, let me know. If there's anything you want me to try, let me know. I will see you guys out in the wild. Make sure you subscribe here because we're here every single week. Goodbye.